Well, Bradders, a hard-fought 1-1 draw at Chester. How did you see that one?
Tough game. Two teams who were fully committed. Possibly they might feel that they did more than us to win it, but we felt we had a couple of good chances, and we created a lot of opportunities where we didn't quite get our delivery right on the night. So, pleasing that we've took a point from here, but still, we're looking for that first victory. That's the important thing that we need to get sooner rather than later.
There were a fair few changes in the starting lineup, and then after we conceded, at half-time you brought on Jordan Richards. Was it something in particular you weren't happy with, or is it just
No,
general?
it's just a yellow card. When somebody gets a yellow card very early, it happened to Joel Amada in the first game of the season. He got a yellow card. Then he made a little bit of a poor decision and could have easily have been sent off. It was worse than the yellow card he received against Leamington. So it's just safeguarding that we keep 11 players on the pitch. I tried to recruit 2 people for each position. I was honest to the group, and I said that I will try and give everybody who deserves a starting place the opportunity to claim a place, and you have to try and become undroppable. I've rested a couple of younger players tonight to give different players the opportunity to play, and everybody's got to realise in the team, and I've said it to them as the honest person I am, that if you perform, it makes it difficult, but ultimately I will pick what team I think's right, I'll pick what tactics I think's right, and that's from a place of me studying. It's not from, I'll just pick this team tonight. It is, I wanted to come here and I wanted to frustrate Chester, and I felt we were doing that. I felt they didn't really understand how to press us at first because we'd switched systems and we'd changed a few players, and it was working. It's just that inexperience of some of our group that they're just over keen at the moment when they should slow things down, they speed things up. When we should just take a breather, we try to take things quick, and we've got to recognise the art of just playing at the right tempo at the right time. And if we do that, if we keep learning and keep progressing, we will get better.
With the goal in mind, it came from the penalty spot. Up until then, as you said there, you frustrated them. But limiting a team to a goal from a set piece, is that something that you'd be looking to do?
Well, we want to limit teams to not scoring against us. That's what we want to do. Like I say, it's that little bit of rashness, that little bit of naivety that give them the goal. It came from one player losing possession in his own half, then we cleared that one, and then somebody tried a pass that wasn't on. And sometimes rather than try to play an impossible pass, you are actually better just putting it out of the stadium, and just regrouping. But like the Telford goal, if we keep allowing teams to gain possession around the halfway line in our half, they'll keep coming back at us, and that kind of pressure takes its toll eventually because of the volume that's happening. We defended so well tonight as a group. We don't have the luxury of going on the training ground and going, we're going to change system, we're going to work like this. I've had to do it in the dressing room before the game. I've had to phone a few senior players up last night to just say, this is the plan, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. And ultimately it's down to the attitude and the application of the players. And I thought everybody was outstanding tonight. The commitment they gave, fundamentals stay the same whatever tactics you use, but as a group, I couldn't fault any single player, and that's what I want to be able to do every single game.
Moving into the second half, of course, we did get that equaliser through Jack Stobbs. He gets his first goal for Curzon Ashton, and it's a bit of a freak goal in a way, but how did you see that one?
Well, whether a freak goal, I'd say it's a high quality goal. It's a lad who plays on the front foot. His sprinting is his attitude to working hard is incredible. I really like him. He's been frustrated because he hasn't been in the team, but I've honestly told him you can't really do any more in training or in the pre-season games. Just bide your time, you'll get your opportunity, and if you produce the quality, then it makes my decision even more in your favour. And he's incredibly fit lad. He showed a great bit of quality, to take that in his stride and then chip the keeper, have the awareness to do that and to hit it perfectly under pressure was fantastic in my opinion, and it's a great goal to score, and he rounded a really good performance.
Another first in the second half was Ben Connolly came on for his Nash debut. It was a slightly enforced change, but firstly, how good is it to get a youngster like him on, and secondly, is there anything to worry about with Chris?
With Chris, it's just precautionary. He's obviously played every minute of every game so far. He's a leader. He's a leader in the dressing room. He's a leader on the pitch. He wants to win. He's showed an outstanding attitude to come in here, and he's, fingers crossed. It's nothing to worry about, but we'll assess it on Thursday. So with Chris, you've just got to wrap him up in cotton wool in between games and make sure he's ready for the next game.
With Ben there, was it a change that maybe you wanted to make at some point other in the match, or?
Sorry, with Ben Connolly, he's a young lad who's had a good pre-season with us. He unfortunately, just before the first game, just twinged his ankle in training, which held him back a little bit. We've been protecting him. We didn't really want him to put him on tonight because we want him at full fitness when he does get the opportunity. He'll play for the reserves tomorrow night, and hopefully he shows that his ankle is better, has healed, and can come into training on Thursday, and it'll give me more confidence in giving him the opportunity as it comes in the future games.
Going on to this Saturday, another game, this time at home against Merthyr Town, a team that's taken their new league on by storm. Is there any change in mindset? You're going to go out and win the game regardless?
Well, obviously for the Nash fans last season, even though we had a good season, we were slightly disappointing at home, and I really wanted to make a massive effort in improving us, the number of goals we score at home, the way that we play, and hopefully the results. And obviously with every game, it doesn't matter who it is, we'll be trying to do that. We'll have a plan, we'll be prepared, we'll think about what team to play, we'll have a look at what they've done tonight. I think they've lost tonight, which that'll be their first defeat in this league, but every game's tough in this league. There's no easy games. Every challenge is different. Coming to places like Chester, who have real playoff ambitions and promotion ambitions, and getting a positive result, but we want to turn these draws into wins, and that's what we've got to work towards.
Cheers, brothers.
Thank you. Cheers, Reece.
Cheers.